Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Hey guys, I'm finishing up my eyes real quick because I was on the phone with Moscow as the intro was playing because I haven't gotten the damn time frame yet. And I hadn't gotten a response email either. I sent an email twice, yesterday, day before yesterday, nothing. So I called them. I'm fixing my mascara real quick because I was on the phone with her and didn't get to finish it, and then I'll turn the camera on. But they haven't even started it. They haven't even started working on the 1255 to the 225 because remember they said that they hadn't even redacted it. They hadn't even redacted it. So basically she said that because there's only 2 people there and there's all the other city things they have to take care of too, that they basically hadn't even gotten to it. They hadn't done any other public requests, that mine is at the top of the list to be done when they get back to the public requests. But as of right now, they haven't touched anything because of the holidays and because of city business. And like my whole thinking is, like she said she hadn't been at her desk and she's been back and forth all week. I mean, okay, but are you not signing into the same email address no matter what desk you go to? Because I know that when I, was in office and we worked, changed stations or teams moved sections of the building, I would log in and boop, there goes my Outlook right there, the same one for always. So you're not getting my emails where I'm asking for an update, like I'm having to call you. I know you didn't like seeing my damn little fake phone number show up on your caller ID. I'm not stupid. I just cannot believe. And I even told her, I said, it's a little discouraging, the fact that we paid almost $1,000 for this stuff to be redacted. And like, it's something that was forgotten. Y'all didn't even have it at first. We had to tell you where it was. Y'all had to go get it out of another folder and put it together because it wasn't where it needed to be. And then all of this, like, what? It's not okay. And then on top of that, the timing, like I make it very clear how aggravated I am and the reasons why. Like, I don't just like say, oh, okay, we're waiting for this footage. No, I make it clear the reason why it's important. And I make it clear the details as to what's pissing me off and why is this happening? Because this shouldn't be happening. It should have been handled. And I told her, I was like, I know that you're just one person and you're not the only person involved in the situation. But the simple fact that there are multiple people with multiple titles that, come on those receipts. I just don't understand how we're at a point to where y'all haven't even touched it yet. Y'all have had since Tuesday. This should have been like priority for y'all to get stuff done. Like, what are you doing? And she's not the redactor. She's the person that goes in and like gets the information together and then sends it off to where it has to go. So she's not even the redactor person. She's not. So she's the person who sends it off. She has a file and she gets it sent back to her. I'm going to have to close that blind here in a second. I forgot to close that. So I'm like, okay, so we're not going to know anything else until Monday. But then we're still not going to have anything Monday because they haven't even touched it yet. Like, what? There's got to be some sort of like FOIA credits or something that they can give us to go towards other shit. Given the fact that, where's the rest of our stuff? Where's the rest of our stuff? I don't know how they can get away with this. I really just don't. Give me a second to go close this blind. Just wild. I cannot believe that. All the money. All of the money. Welcome, Kelly. Welcome, Marcy. Welcome, Phenomenon Mom. That's hard to say. That's cool, though. Thanks for the 5 outcast. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. My flabbers are gasted. I just don't even understand how they can just like think that, okay, yeah, well, why are people that are redactors and like stuff that is done on like the criminal side also doing stuff like for the city? Shouldn't that be separate departments? She's like, just make sure, no, yours is priority. Yours is number one. Yours is at the top of the public request list. Cause I was like, so is this being like put back in line? Like, is that why it's taking so long? And she was like, no. Yours is at the top. Okay. Well, then how come no one's touched it? What do y'all have to possibly redact from it to where y'all can't sit down and go over an hour and a half of black and white? No, it's not black and white. Actually, it's daytime. But y'all can't go over an hour and a half of footage and just get it sent out. How much are y'all taking out? And remember, this is the timeline where everyone gets home, where Eric Gower's car pulls in and we should see him driving in and pulling past the camera on this side. And we should hear the girls getting out of the car. We should hear and see things. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And it was $930 for all this footage. And they're missing an hour and a half of it. And they were actually missing 2.5 hours of it because she had to send me separately the 10 a.m. to the 11. Because that was missing when they sent it over. Like right around noon, the cops get there. We have to 12:05 p.m. And then I guess Gray is the one who paid for the noon to 1 o'clock or whatever. I just cannot even believe the stupidity. I can just not even believe the stupidity. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Or at least bring this up. I'm so aggravated. I was really hoping to have that by today. It's Friday. It's been a whole week since we got these files, right? We've been doing this. It has to be since last Friday. Live then post. Every time frame that they've sent over. It's been a week. I know, that's my problem. That right there is my problem. The time frame that it is. I said it again. I took to her on the phone. I said it's also the time frame. This is one of the most important pieces of time in this entire night, and this is what's going on with it. You have to understand how this seems. Like, Jesus. Like, I know that you know what we're all thinking. I know that you are like listening to everyone who has issues with what's happening with this FOIA request right now, because I know that there's thousands of people talking about the bullshit. I know there's people talking about the footage, but I know people are also talking about the fact that they are not sending us this freaking time frame. She blamed the holiday vacation too. She's like, and the holidays, y'all been back since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday for an hour and a half long footage. Get on my nerves, man. Ugh. I can't deal with stupid, inconsistent, unorganized. I just can't. My OCDs just start freaking being triggered. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm going to add something to this banner. I already knew that I was going to have to, so that nobody can ask me this question anymore. Let's see. And hopefully this is self-explanatory, because I don't want to deal with this tonight. I just don't. I'm not in the mood. I'm just not. Ariel's ring was getting stuck in my stuff. I'm going to change him. Hold on. You can't see him. Give me the duck. The duck will work better. Look better. There we go. The answer is no. Then we can just, yeah. Badanga. I told y'all. No, not the dot one. It's in the banner. It's rolling. There you go. The only thing I keep thinking is, what's that Megan Trainor song? The My Name is No song in my head. All day long, I haven't heard that song in forever. I don't even like that kind of music, but that's the only thing I keep hearing in the back of my head all day long. I'm like, get out of my brain. Okay. We're going to leave it right there. The answer's on the banner. There you go. All right. Woosah, woosah. Let's get on to the footage. All right. This is the 10 o'clock to the 11 o'clock time frame that they did not give to us originally, that we had to remind them to give it to us because they forgot it. Let me get my face off of this and make this piece bigger the way that I'd had it before. Why did everything get changed? I guess when we did Anna's live, things got messed up. I want this as big as possible. Now remember again, everyone in that house that's got a heartbeat is alive and awake and doing things. Let me also pull up again the document that has the timestamps for things. And again, there's no new docs. There's nothing new that has suddenly been unsealed. Check the case summary real quick. And again, the case summary has not been touched since the day before Thanksgiving. So they haven't done anything and they haven't unsealed anything pretty much ever since these videos started coming out. Like, it's kind of been put on hold for some reason. At least that's how it feels. Because I don't know why they just like all of a sudden just stopped doing all of the redaction things, because that's like a court order. Okay, let me get the messages back up. That way we have movement. Okay. So we have 10 o'clock basically all the way to, I mean, like all the way through. Dylan is online doing stuff. She's on Instagram. She's on Indeed. She's on Snapchat. And again, here's the link for that document. But this is also the same document that I put in the Google Drive, so that you guys that can't access it on the public website can access it on the Google Drive. It's the text message one that has the timeline of them doing stuff that morning on their phones. Put this over here so y'all can't hear it going off. Okay. So keep in mind, they're up, they're doing stuff. They're on social media. They're talking to people. They're making plans for stuff. They're just on Yik Yak and TikTok and all the things. Make sure this is okay. Yeah, I should be able to put comments on the screen. I'm trying to make sure my face doesn't get hidden too much. 1 second. Again, I don't know, like for paying for StreamYard, you would think that it would like save your settings better, but it really doesn't do like anything in way of saving anything. Okay. Okie dokie. Are you all ready? Oh, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that. Congratulations to those who got those. Don't forget, we have our members only live on December 29th this month, where we do a giveaway. And I'm going to add the new design. If you guys didn't see it, the community tab has the new design of like the black and white monkeys. It's the pink shirt I wore the other day. We can go ahead and add that one now to the giveaways, because before it was just like the black shirt with the monkey, but now we have the new design, so y'all have other stuff to choose from too. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Again, this is the map. Let me make sure this is the right time frame I've got up. Okay, yeah. This is the map that shows where the house is. And then the receipt for what we pay is going to show up, and then it's going to get to the footage. And that's like a school-based thing from what I understand. According to the really incorrect James Patterson book, when they spoke to the Argonaut people, they said that Yik Yak app is where a lot of the school-age people from the university, within a few hours, was apparently Take everything this damn book says with a grain of salt because they've been wrong about every damn thing. But apparently they were talking about Emma Bailey and possible substance connections pretty early on in this school app. Like the U of I students themselves were discussing that kind of stuff on there. So this is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Welcome, Phyllis. Welcome. I know. Yeah, that's actually a good point. We've already paid for the final receipt with this piece missing. So regardless of how long it takes them to get stuff done, not another freaking cent. Not another cent. They better just figure it out. I'm not even playing with them. They better figure it out. Exactly. Isn't that freaking insane? There's the bells. See, the bells are off by like a minute. It's almost 30 seconds in. And barking. Do the bells make the dogs bark? I bet you it does. I'd really like to know what that sound was. It doesn't exist. They said in the report, it said that the camera starts on 11/13 at 12:55 in the morning and ends on the 17th of November, sometime in the evening. And then there's one random day in December, but there's nothing from the 12th. So there's nothing that would show them getting picked up and driven out. It would just show the car coming in. But as you can see, like, we can't see the house. So again, unless the Goncalveses have footage that we've been being lied to for the last 3 years, which given their track record is possible. Okay. And that's just a fact. That's not an opinion based on the bad taste they have in my mouth for how they treat Samantha and her child and all the bullshit and all the lies. It's the lies. It's the lies. They knew about Jack's 17-minute phone call. They said nothing. They came out with the whole story about Ethan being behind Xana's door and the door having to be manhandled open by Hunter, claiming to have spoken to Hunter directly himself. And then whenever Steve was confronted with it, he didn't even take any responsibility. Okay, those things are important because that changed the dynamic in the story for not just Kaylee's. It actually didn't do anything for Kaylee's story. They came out here with falsehoods about the other victims being found and how that went down, and then took no responsibility for it. So when they say we saw the girls being dropped off, we saw them go into the house, we saw them take Murphy out, but then we hear from Bethany that Maddie and her are the ones who actually took Murphy out. We have to think back to all the things that the Goncalveses have told us, Olivia included. So when we have this issue happening with this time frame, and then we also know there's nothing prior to this, where are you seeing this from? Are what we going to get in the car pulling in and some noises all that you really have to go off of with your statements? I mean, yeah, cool, it might have the 156 time frame, but where are you getting the rest of it? Because Kaylee didn't go outside with the dog, according to Bethany. She wasn't there. She must have been on the phone with Jack at the time that Maddie and her were taking out Murphy. So hopefully we see Murphy running around. Hopefully we hear them calling his name. That's why this time frame is so freaking important. I just cannot believe they're pulling this bullshit with it. It just makes me so mad. It really does. Probably more mad than it should. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, Carrie. Thank you. Congratulations to those who got those. Sounds like voices, but also the dog. Yeah, where? 10 a.m.? Please provide the proof, because I'm really highly doubting it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can hear a lot of the street noise. There's a lot of people moving around right now. Because I stand my ground and they don't like the fact that I do because they're fangirls and nothing more. I was prepared for stupidity people today. That was close. That almost sounds like the 4 o'clock bark. It sounded like the 4 o'clock bark, didn't it? It sounds like it's pretty close. There's lots of dogs. You can definitely tell there's different sized dogs. My 2 are right here curled up on my bed snoring. You might hear that. Hunter and Emily should be at their apartment, awake and having breakfast at this time, according to them. It doesn't exist. It's not true. The PCA is a lie. It sounds like it, doesn't it? Very similar. And remember, every time the 5-minute interval hits, it does that weird shit. No, it was not true. Go to the live from yesterday and go to the very beginning and watch the first few minutes where I explain everything. I show you what the PCA says. I give you the timestamp. I show you on the map exactly where the car is that the PCA is speaking about, how it's nowhere near the neighborhood. It's going south on 95, nowhere near the neighborhood, and there's no camera that shows that car coming back into this neighborhood. We watched the entire thing. No, the PCA is a lie. The PCA is a freaking lie. Bryan went to an ATM. They never said where he went to the ATM. Anyone claiming to know the address isn't being honest. That's not in the documents. That part. Then why are you watching if that's what you believe? You're sure wasting your time. Several people in this chat have done it. Lots of car activity. People are going to be going everywhere. Very real. We went over a video of several cases where it happened. The bad guy gets caught later and people spent decades in prison for something that they didn't do. Some of them on DNA evidence. Right. See, this is my problem right here. This is my issue. We've already gone in and taken out like so many things that's in the PCA. I mean, Bill Thompson standing up at the freaking plea agreement and stating that they cannot directly put Kohberger anywhere in connection with 1122 or its residents, and then also claiming, oh yeah, his phone, utilized the tower, but there's so many thousands of people. There's such a vast amount of people in the tower area that it covers that we don't know really where he was. They admitted they had nothing in the courtroom. This is on the judge. This is on the state, and this is on the judge. This should have never went down this way. They should have had to have produced proof of everything they've had to say because they have debunked their own freaking evidence. They have either debunked their own evidence or have in our faces orchestrated a damn lie. And it's just been allowed to happen. It's just been allowed to happen. The judge can sit there and say, yeah, it happened. It's just constitutionally unimportant. What? Maybe for your paid ass pockets, sir. Maybe for you. Wild shit. This is real life. Real life. We've heard that bellow before, I feel like. Brown dog. He came from that way. It did. It does, doesn't it? And where is it coming from now? Unless that was it up there. It might have been stopped. Oh, is there movement right here on this car? Did someone come outside the house and I didn't realize it? So this guy goes this way. I guess it could just be lighting. It looks like there's movement right here between the red and this white vehicle behind this dumpster. Like somebody's over there, but I can't tell. I guess it could be a cat on top of the car. I know my cats are indoor cats, but I still go outside and the cats from across the street have marks on the car. Yeah, see, there's a person right there. They just walked from this way to get into this car right here. Is that their vehicle they just started that sounds like that? Because we heard the sound a second ago too. No, that's that vehicle starting. So where was the bellowing coming from before that? Where'd the bellowing come from before that? So is this the guy who said the door was open? Why is it so silent right there? What happened to the sound? Excuse me? Why is all of this silent? Why is all of that silent for like 30 seconds? What the frick is going on in that 30 seconds that we can't hear? How long does this go for? More than 30 seconds. Why in the hell is this redacted? What's happening? What's happening that they needed to freaking silence this entire spot? Because there's nothing on the screen. So who's behind the house that we could hear talking that they're doing this for? This doesn't make sense. No, this is not as usual. They haven't taken out this much the entire time. Complete silence? No duh. This is the longest silence they've had the entire time. This is the biggest one. Exactly. What the frick? No, because they muted this whole freaking section. Wow. I want to know what the hell they muted that for. Holy shit. And now I hear voices. Has to be, right? Like, why else would they do that? Possible. Maybe she was close to the camera walking around. I don't know why else they would need to do that. No, Recliner has one more time to say a stupid ass, sarcastic, idiotic comment before they get blocked. They can't be an adult. They don't need to be in here. I think that's the same SUV that was parked in the driveway. Okay, is that the same person? left in that car? I think so. Was that a car and dog barking? I don't even think my kids are playing. I don't hear anything coming from the living room. Because sometimes I wonder if, like, y'all can hear them talking too. I don't hear Slade. And he's got a big old man voice. I don't hear him. So many noises. Like, I know there's people moving around inside that house, but damn, it's got a lot going on. Yeah. The only thing that I do to these before we play them is take the volume from 100 to 200 and then download it in 4K. So whatever they did is whatever they did. I don't freaking know. That's what I'm wondering, because we haven't had anything that long the whole time. I can tell you the time. I actually have these already clipped to go over the timeline for the 4 people walking in the background at Banfield to what's going on here. I have a whole, it's like 7.5 minutes of Banfield 1 footage playing, Banfield 2 footage playing, just the clips that I need to show, like, the car. Because as a matter of fact, I didn't realize this till I put all these together. I don't want to play it until it's finished. It's like 7.5 minutes long, but I've got to put a couple more pieces into it. But as the 4 people are walking in the back, it's 3 minutes. It's 3:12 and 36. I have the timestamp. It's like 3:12:34 to 36, or maybe it's like 36 to 38, but it's 3:12:36 roundabout that they're crossing behind in the Banfield footage. As soon as those people are noticeable, that car pulls into 11:19, like the car that pulls in and then like backs up until 11:19 and picks up the people that were in the back parking lot. That's happening at the exact same time that those 4 people are crossing across in the back of the Banfield cameras at the exact same time. It's perfectly in sync. And I have it to where it goes all the way to where, like, I have it to where it shows Eric's car, because that's who I believe it is. It's Eric Gower. It's coming this way across that spot where you can see the guy walking towards the dumpster that Taylor, that the camera, the Linda Lane 4 that points at Taylor. I have his headlights coming in, and then the portion of the Banfield cam that shows his car pulling in, and then the car pulling in, picking up the people, and then it leaving. And he leaves the neighborhood right as the dumpster dude on Linda Lane 4 like gets up to that dumpster on that side. So I ended it there. And then the next video that I do of the clips is going to be watching that guy go from that camera to the other one on this side, because he's the same person that we see on this side kick that dumpster before he then walks that way towards the Banfield down Taylor. There's a lot going on, little bitty sections of things that we're going to try to just verify. But I will tell you that much. When it comes to me taking that section of the 3 o'clock hour, I guess that would be the 2:25 to the 3:30. It was in there because it's like 3:12 and 36, like I said. From that point and taking the timing for Linda Lane, it all synced up for those pieces. I can say that. I've had a lot of people asking me that. Those sync up. Definitely talking. It's all online stuff for that time frame. But they didn't give us everything either. They just gave us what they wanted to. Yeah, cars. For sure. See, that should have only lasted like a second. Because see how it's at the 20. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, that's when the 5-minute increments come together, but it's not supposed to last this long. And remember, they did not originally give us this. When they sent me the files, it came in 2 separate emails from Zintu. And it was 2 files of 5-minute segments that I had to put together. And then all of the other ones were put together by the forensic analyst. I'm pretty sure it was Andrew Fox. So these redactions in this one are fishy to me because they just sent us this afterwards. This was a portion of it that they didn't give us originally. And look at the bullshit with the one that we are waiting on now. So for this to be this long, it's curious. It's fishy. It's sketchy to me. I don't like it. This is crazy. I want to know what the frick they're redacting right here. There's a reason why they held this and didn't give it to us originally. See, now here's the card that pulls up. Like, if they muted it just because these people were about to pull in, they should have waited till they got there. It's been a whole over a minute now. No, they won't give me anything. I've asked for it. I've asked for a list. Are we ever going to get sound back? Hello? See, and then the camera just moved like the door just shut. Y'all saw that? Huh. Are we ever going to come back? Where's the freaking sound? We know there's sound in the other one that leads up to the 911 call. How long is this going to be silent? Okay, so it's about to come back. They're muting all of that for a reason. And like I said, they're starting it before that car pulls up. So what are we doing that for? Let's see when it starts back up. I'm almost like over 2 minutes. That's crazy to me. Yeah, I asked them if they had a program that could tell me just like what code and the general idea about what it was. And she said that they don't have a program for that. That's crazy the whole time. 3 minutes. That's crazy. One person in particular did. I'm going to be going back and do a comparison on that report to see the time that they leave. DM text to MM is happening at 10:23. But is that to Maddie? Because, we do have another MM in this case now that we have to be questioning. I need to go back and see if they have it listed specifically. Remember, the state wants us to believe that 10:20 is when the girls got up, but then we have proof that that's not true in the court documents. That's what I thought. I knew that there was something else with those text messages then. No, that was in the last time frame. In the 9 to 10, I think it's like around 9:30 something they said. I can't remember the timestamp. Voices. He doesn't have this footage. And no, he doesn't. He's a horrible human. But you're entitled to your opinion. Right there. Exactly. Like, we know that they called the cops late as shit, but what were they doing? Because like I said, some people can say, oh, they weren't awake for 8 hours. I don't care what the court says. It just didn't happen. We know there was an 8-hour delay, but they weren't awake and they didn't know it. The state is giving us at 7:30. Okay. Ann Taylor and conversations in court and how it's been the whole time is that Dylan's phone was consistent all night with a very small break with Bethany's. Bethany's starts up at 7:30 and continues until the 911 call. So even if you want to try to be lenient with these two and you don't want to give them 8 hours, for sure for 4, they were awake, comparing things that they were discussing and in the most innocent of senses, know for a fact some shit went down. If Dylan can describe seeing Xana in the 4 o'clock hour and know that she was in the same position 8 hours later, obviously her memory works just fine. To be able to see her little pantsless legs and her long sleeve shirt on and her messy room with the clothes everywhere and not see blood. Okay, come on now. Come on. Yeah, I want to know who else was discussed. I want to know who else was called, who from the Greek place, who from the Greek area, the people in the sororities, who got called, because obviously something else was going on here for you to have taken this long to do anything. You're on social media knowing damn well that you saw what you saw. You can't deny that she saw her on the ground anymore. She says it multiple times in multiple interviews. Like, where's the answers for any of this? And now these redactions. And I told y'all, I said, this is an important time frame because this is the time frame that the state's giving us for them to have been awake. When it comes to what they want to admit to, the original document starts at 10:20. It wasn't until the second document that we got the 7:30 timestamps. They had to start being a little bit more honest, and they didn't like that. So I told you guys, this is one of the most important timestamps because this is the one the state was telling us they became active. And look at the long-ass redaction so far. They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. I know for a fact they do. The Goncalveses and others. I know for a fact they do. For a factamundo. I still hear voices. I just can't tell where they're coming from. What did this person just bend down and grab? Okay, they have like a backpack on. I can't tell if they're what is going on with this person? So they come from back here, they stop right here, and then I can't tell if they're walking a dog. It looks like there's like black legs walking by, like walking with this guy's white legs, like his white pants. It looks like it's like I guess it could be a shadow. It's very prominent. They're going to stop right here. Focus on something. Did they just pick up something? See how it looks like? I can't tell if that's a little bitty tiny dog or what's happening right here. Is it two people? They're like walking in sync. What is going on with this? What is happening? One more time. Welcome, color with me. Bends down. Picks up something. Holding it up this high, like maybe? I can't tell what the frick I'm looking at. Right? It looks like two. It looks like they picked something up. It looks like there's like black feet with white feet moving it together. It's very strange. It looks like they're holding something up. I don't know what the hell. Female walking a little black dog. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it is a weird shadow. Let's look one more time. Is this where maybe they put the dog down right here and grab the leash? Maybe that's what that was. Okay, yeah, because I do see like the little bitty doggy. Maybe that's where they put him down on the ground and let him walk. Maybe that's what that was. They didn't pick anything up. They put the dog down. FOIA starts at 2:55 a.m. I mean 12:55 a.m. 12:55 to 2:25 is the piece that they haven't sent us and they're playing games with. Oh, it was two people? Thank you for the $2. Okay, this is not the 5-minute increment. This is prior. Man, they really did some shit with this one. So, what? Because we can't hear the car's tires crunching rocks? What are we doing? I cannot believe they're redacting this right now. Yeah. The most important part. The part we had to tell them to go find because they had it in a separate folder. On November 4th, by the way. Here comes this dog guy. I think this is the one who in the report said that the door in the front door of 1122 was wide open. I think it's this guy. See, I was so busy watching the dog, I didn't see what this car right here did. Did somebody get into this car? Let's stop. Let's go back until the car pulls in. I can't believe the quietness. Probably. I really do believe that. If you go back and listen to the phone call I had with the FOIA officer last week, her voice sounded really shaky on that phone call. Okay, so is nobody going to get in or out of this car? You can see the glitch. You see the glitch. You have to like watch real close. It's really, really little. That's how I know that this is like a program that's going in and looking for license plates. It's not a person. because it wants to cover up this little bitty license plate right here, but it's so far away, it's just popping a little glitch on the top of it, like on the hood. Look, he's having a run. The dog was jogging. That's the big puppers. Bro, nobody got into that car. So they pulled in to do nothing. Here comes dog. Another, what? That car pulled in to do nothing? That car pulled in to do nothing. Are they just going to leave now? Or are they reparking? Maybe they're just reparking. Okay, I guess they're reparking. I was about to be like, what are you doing? I cannot believe the silence right now. Well, see, this is the thing with this. So if you're standing right here on this porch and you look over like this, you can see the house. You can see the wall, Xana's wall, and you can see, okay, now they're picking up somebody. Okay. And you can see the back patio. Like if you're on the porch right here and you just look like this, you can see. And that would also include Kaylee's balcony. So if someone's up on the balcony or if someone's out of the back patio talking, yeah, you could pick it up. I don't care. You could. It's open right there. This house right here stops. And this is like a wide open cone to the back door from the side. I can't believe the silence. That's the only thing that makes any sense. Are we ever going to like bring back the sound? What the frick? I'm going to have to go back in and write down the times that they do this shit. Bro, that would have been beautiful. That would have been looking right at the damn house. That would have been great. When is it going to come back? Here I am jumping ahead again to try to find it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No effing way. Wow. Another almost 3 minutes. That's crazy, bro. Now I got to backtrack a bunch. I want to know why they did this. This is crazy. Go forward. We saw the car leave already. Okay. Yeah, if that's what that was crazy. It could have been 2 people. It could have been somebody with a dog. It could have been. I can't zoom in to see myself right here. Thank you for the 5, though. I know that you zoomed in. I don't know what other people are going to see. It is wild. I cannot believe the silence right here. This is so crazy. No, I went back. I wanted to see how long the silence went. I asked them for that. Right when we started this journey of FOIAs with them, I asked them, because we've seen it in some of the documents. We've seen them like at the end of it, when stuff was redacted, there's like a little table and it gives you the Idaho code and like the page number and that it's like a date of birth or a license plate or it's like personal information. That's what I wanted. They said they don't have that. They said they don't have a way to do that. But that's like my thing. Like if you are going in and making redactions, why aren't you just keeping a log of the redactions that you're making? Why isn't that part of the process? Like keep open a freaking Excel spreadsheet. Write down the timestamp and what it is, voices we heard talking. So just in case we, whatever. Like, why couldn't they have done that? Ooh, look at you. Why are we not allowed to hear what this truck sounds like? With the cab on it. Look familiar? I know it looks probably a little bit strange in the color. Why are we not allowed to hear what this truck sounds like right now, broski? Same like in Linda Lane. Just now it looks like it's two colors, but in black and white it might not. I don't know. I know we have questions about the timeline of that specific truck. I cannot believe they're not letting us at least hear it. Because that's what the report says. The person in that truck, apparently, from one of the reports that we read, at least how it seemed, said that they had left for work and then had come back to feed their cat or some crazy shit. But the timing for Linda Lane of that same kind of truck leaving doesn't match. It doesn't match. Yeah, they muted the sound. It's going to come back here in a second. Yeah, this is a long time. This is a long time. And this isn't them like turning it down, because like I said, I take the volume from 100 to 200, so this is like a true mute. Is it really? Go figure. I know. You'd think that they would know that. You saw two people too? Okay, look, another vehicle. You did? I haven't looked at the Linda Lane truck in a while. That's the only thing I can think of, is it has to be because someone's in the backyard talking. I don't know what else to make of that. I mean, yeah, this is going on for like a while. You know, I don't know. I downloaded it in 4K. So I don't know. I need to go back and check, I guess. They came to me as MP4s. But when I download them, it downloads them in 4K. So when I upload them to YouTube, it should show like in 4K. Or it should give you the option. But I mean, they're kind of crap anyway. I can't believe this freaking silence. Isn't that in the end? Is that in the end of the one I have? That might be the one that Idiot has. Because Idiot got noon to 1, which I'm going to request myself now that we know it's out there. But again, just a reminder, and I should have asked her on the damn phone, but as of the whatever date it was, I think it was Slate's birthday that I asked. Nothing past 1 p.m. has been requested. So there's not even a request in for anything to be redacted past 1 p.m. So regardless, unless someone shows proof of them submitting the FOIA the way that I do, that person is lying about requesting footage that goes into the next evening. No such thing. No such request has been put in. Mm-hmm. I can't believe they redacted so much on this one. I knew something was going to be crazy with it, though. I just knew it. I hear voices. Yeah. Mm-mm. They just... Oh, yeah, they're packed in there like sardines. Like a clown car. What is that? That almost sounds like high-pitched girl talking. That makes any sense. And Molly. Yeah, that's true. The sister and brother. The metadata is going to have my information in it. Because I'm where the file's coming from that y'all are receiving. I mean, it might have remnants of what MPD has, but the metadata from how I understand metadata works, it would be my info, right? Because I downloaded it a zip file from MPD and then downloaded it in 4K from my programs and then uploaded it. I don't, that's how I understand metadata. I don't know. I feel like that'd be having my information in it. Oh, and now we're going to redact when we hear voices? I think not. Who the frick was that? A name, and then it sounds like get over here, maybe? Where is this coming from? Something out. A name, something, something, and then the last word sounds like out. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I almost heard too, but let's just not. That's all I can hear is, do you have your wiener out? Oh my god. That's all I can hear now. Erase, erase, erase. That's all I can hear. Jesus Christ. That's what it sounds like. Okay. That's all I can hear. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, let's try again. Oh. I still hear it, bro. I still hear wiener out. Okay, let's slow it down. Let's see if I can slow it down. Jeebus. Speed. Half speed. Okay. And remember, it goes silent right after we hear this voice. This is at half. Ooh, this is going to sound crazy. I don't think this is going to work. probably a wiener dog. Let's go back to normal until we hear it. Okay. So I need to be at about right here. Okay, now I'll slow it down. This is like my media player on my computer, so I can only go half and then a quarter, and I feel like 75 would have been the better option for this, but we're gonna have to do it at half. When this gets uploaded and releases tomorrow, just remember the timestamp. The actual timestamp is 10:37 and like 35 seconds when this gets started. Now it's at half. I still hear wiener out. It might be a dog. Do you have your wiener out? It might be the dog walking or outside or something. I don't know, bro. We'll see what the caption does when it gets released. That's wild. Okay, now it's back to regular. Well, I would expect if it was for the yard, I would hear weed eater, not weeder. I don't know anybody that calls it just a weeder. Weed eater. Right? Like somebody had to have answered him from what, 11:22? Because what the frick? Yeah, imagine playing that part in court and the whole freaking jury here. Hey, do you have your wiener out? That's what it sounds like. That's all I can hear now. It's going to be like 2 days before that's out of my mind. Oh, maybe you want me to leave her out? Yeah, Murphy's a dude. I know. That's all I can hear now. I mean, I know we hear a power tool on the first responder cam. I think it's like a chainsaw. Sounds like a chainsaw. God, how long is this freaking silence, bro? This is like a foreshadowing, man. I'm telling you. Like the fact that they did not give us this one right away, and when they finally gave it to us, this is the longest and most redacted that we've got any of the footages. And mind you, I've already showed you guys the last 30 minutes before the 911 call. There's only like 30 minutes of that time frame that we haven't watched yet of the 11 to 12:05. And it's not like this. Voices. Again, same guy. A lot going on right here. Just wish we could tell where the frick it was coming from. And now silence. There's no reason for them to be silencing this unless it has to do with Dylan and Bethany. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, we can't hear or see anything. Why would... Oh, this is insane. This is wild. Unbelievable. I did. I asked them several times. I mean, there has to be something, right? Because this is crazy. Now another car. If I go to that crackhead's channel, and that I don't mean crackhead like he actually does crack. This is what I call people I don't like. If I go over there and there's nothing happening and Bryan Kohberger is still in jail, I'm blocking you from this chat because you've been in here going crazy. And I will give you about 30 seconds of my time. And if I go over there and you're in here simply because Jay Embry posted something stupid, I'm going to block you because you've been going off like crazy. But if this is actual and, oh my God, something's happening, I don't have my phone being blown the frick up right now, then it's obvious it's bullshit. Because I would be having my phone blown the hell up right now. On top of that, I'm still in contact with people that are very, very in this case, very close to this case. And I sure haven't received anything from them saying, oh my God, the state just told us that they're letting him out. So let's see. Let's just see what kind of nonsense is going on right now to have people thinking that that's what's happening. Because I really highly doubt it. Okay, so something about Skylar Meade, the guy who actually is a psychopath that Ann Taylor was taking the case for, and he posted a video about something to finally prove that BK needs to go free. This is not Ann Taylor and Jay Embry letting him out of jail, and no reason to be in my chat telling us to stop doing anything. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe that people are still over there listening to this guy. No, not please. Not please. No. No. Stop. Don't go around telling everyone that he's about to walk out of jail. Don't do none of that stuff. Stop it. Stop it. Unbelievable. Not doing this. I will gladly miss it because there's nothing that man can say that I care about. Nothing. Like, seriously. To come in here and be like, you can stop now. No. No. Insane. And I have pressed play. It's just still silent. Everybody's it's always a different suspect. And he goes back and forth to where it's B and Bryan. Like, he changes his freaking theory more than I change my underwear. It's absolutely wild. It does. No. Nothing he says is important to me. Especially when it comes to somebody that has nothing to do with the case. That Skylar Meade guy has nothing to do with anything. Like, he even went back to Bryan being guilty after the plea because he's just a gullible duck. I really wish people would start paying attention to the people that they listen to. I mean, when people show you who they are, you should probably listen. About Skylar freaking Mead, the weirdo with all the freaking tattoos on his face that actually like escaped from prison and killed people. Like, what? We are not about to stop to go listen to that bullshit. Thank you for the $4.99 White Rabbit. They treat a lot of these guys out here like a god. It's because these women have a complex. I already know it. Like, my gosh. I've seen so many things when it comes to these males that come out here. Like, I see past all of it. I'm so over anything when it comes to the opposite sex that you cannot fool me anymore. Like, I am not falling for none of y'all's drama. I'd be damned. And some of these are really fangirls. Like, they don't care if the person comes out here saying the most ridiculous thing. They're going to take up for him. That was Dawn. That loud yelling stretch that he just did. I can't believe this is still going in quietness. Yep, he goes back and forth. At first, it was all about Bryan, and then he started talking about Demetrius and Emma, and then he went to these other people. He tried to involve Kara into it when she couldn't even like answer her for herself or take up for herself, and she was in a position to where as many idiots out here that believed that fool could have easily been idiots that believed that fool inside jail and could have put her life in danger. That was the first instance of him that I was like, okay, you're dangerous. You're dangerous. I mean, have your theories, but whenever you're seriously pointing fingers and you're acting like everything you've got is legitimate and it's just random stuff that you're putting together, again, have your theory, but you go too far, sir. Too far, sir. And that's another thing. He's not an idiot. He's right about there being Kaylee's blood on that table. Most of y'all are not going to like my review of his video because it's disgustingly tacky, but he's right about there being Kaylee's blood on the table. He's probably not right about the rest of it. He's definitely not right about some of it. But for somebody who's, decently intelligent, the fact that he comes out here doing that kind of stuff bothers me because it tells me that it's intentional. I watch those kinds of things. Are we ever going to get sound back? My God. I mean, I don't know, but you can definitely hear a power tool in the body cam of, I think it's Snyder. Is it Snyder that we watch wrapping up the crime scene? Like, you can hear it loud. Hear it super loud. Hola, hola, hello, hello, happy Friday. Oh, thank you for the $10, Sadie. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to say something dumb so Jules can roast me. We have a movement. I could never roast you. You're one of my favorites. So why is this silent for so long? My God, everybody wearing shorts? Oh, she's got pants on. Huh. And another person. Okay, there's another doggy. Black poopies. And another car. Oh, welcome, boss. Welcome, welcome. The one where he did that with Hunter dancing with a knife was disgustingly distasteful and tacky as shit. Talk about trash. Sorry, not sorry. That's wild. Whoa, that was weird looking. That person phased. When they go backwards, it looks so creepy. Right there. Ooh. Oh, that's crazy. Nothing. It's all quiet until they release the sound. I don't know why they did this so much. that got thrown in there? Yeah, probably so. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. I cannot believe that they have done this so much. Like, how long is this going to go for? Don't hit that car behind the dumpster. Oh my god. Oh, but you know what? It's quiet, so I can talk anyway. We had to get a rental car for my son's birthday this week. They gave us a 2026 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. I have never seen a blurrier backup cam. It's got one of those old school, like back in the 90s screens on that damn thing. I'm telling you right now. It was horrible. Never seen something so blurry in my life. That backing up right there just reminded me of that. I feel like if I would have been in that car, I probably would have hit that thing. The camera sucks. How many more? Like, this is crazy that it's so quiet. Why is it so quiet? Who's outside talking? This is crazy. I cannot believe how quiet. No, if they ever do, I swear on everything. It's not going to happen. Be like, I'm sorry, I have a phobia. I can't drive this car. I can't drive a white Hyundai Elantra. It goes against my religion. I'm going to say something. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I cannot believe the silence. Somebody's got to be outside talking. Somebody has to be outside having a conversation. There's no reason for that. Right. This is wild. I guess. I don't know. Well, the one thing that I found out today is that when we FOIA this kind of stuff, the family gets the files too. The families get the files. We go back to right before that sound starts. I think there's an animal that comes out right here. Yeah, it looks like a cat. Sounds like it, right? Definitely hear voices. Sort of, like in the background. I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so pissed. Thank you for the super sticker, Brady. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That's the Ninja Cat. Ninja Kitty! That's from 2 hour frames ago. This guy's going to park right here. I don't know if we see where he goes or not. That might be in the next one. Why are we redacting this right here? Man, I'm so sick of these people. I cannot believe. Cannot believe. Is he going to be silent the rest of the time? Anyone who goes and gets... Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for you guys. Because y'all are the ones who funded this stuff. I'm just the person in the middle. I'm just the messenger. If they go in and they file for this stuff and they pay the duplicate fee, it should be all the same. But there was like no reason for that. And you know what makes even like less sense? How much conversation did we hear of the other people that were parked there in that white car that were packing up all their stuff? Like we couldn't make hardly anything out, but we heard their conversation every time they came out to the vehicle. Remember the white one that was here? So what's the point unless it's got to be something to do with conversations happening right here? It's the only thing that makes any sense. Yeah, I wonder. Well, thank you for the 99 phonetics. That's the one that they're taking forever to give us. Are they going to go over here? I swear to God, if we get that footage and them getting out of that car is silent, I'm calling and screaming at them on the phone. I don't give a damn. Right? Like, what do they get paid for if, they only get paid whenever redactions happen? That's wild. These look like older people. I bet you this is a group of parents. This is a set of parents of one of these college people, I bet. That definitely looks like a dad. He's even, got a little bit of bald up there. And when this lady got out, she looked older, like she could be a college student's mom. Or maybe even like the landlord, because he's getting stuff out of the truck. They look like they're older. Uno minuto. I haven't requested it myself. I know that Connor has Linda Lane, fresh Linda Lane, like after FOIAs started happening, Linda Lane. He walks like an old man. He just looks like he's older. She kind of looks like she has a little bit of gray in her hair. It just could be the way that the camera looks. See, now here comes somebody walking right here. Oh, sound band comes back 30 seconds before. Okay. This must be, okay, this must be the guy that was gone an hour. This is the front door open guy. I don't remember the exact timestamp, but this is the person that we originally saw walking with the little golden dog. Damn, he's been gone pretty much the whole time. This is the front door open guy. And considering I know that the families are getting these files, Steve G's silence is really interesting. Jeremy's in another one. Jeremy's in the 11 to 12:05 footage. We saw him. That's it. That's it. No, Jeremy, when we played, I'm pretty sure when we went live for the last 30 minutes before the 911 call, we see Jeremy in his like flannel coat and his red hair. Yeah. I don't know the guy's name, but he's the one that they went down to, I think, the stadium and had an interview with a guy down at the stadium. And he said that he was walking his dog and it was like an hour that he was gone and the door was wide open. So, yeah. It's going to be interesting to go back into the reports and then compare the timestamps to what we have on camera. It's going to be interesting. No, I don't really think that it has anything to do with that because this is Idaho evidence and it won't have anything to do with whatever they're trying to get from WSU. But then again, I don't know what's going on with that one either. I've heard a couple of things. I'm just not really quite sure. About that lawsuit, if it's going to actually go through or not. Yeah, this one pissed me off because of all of the silence. None of the other ones were like that. They all had that little bitty spot in between where the 5-minute segments came together and then it came right back. I cannot believe. WSU also didn't get rid of him because he was found to have done nothing wrong. And even the professor he did have issues with is on record in an ISP report claiming they should have never gotten rid of Kohberger because it was going to lead to a lawsuit because they didn't have a reason to fire him. Yeah, we can go back and look at that real quick. What time was it? 10:08. Okay, let's see. 10:08 and 40. Start at 8. Right? No shit. It looks normal. But here's, oh, look. Now we have our timestamp. 10:08. Home dude walks by with the dog. And he is gone almost the full hour. He comes back like at the 58. So he's gone like 50 minutes. Yeah, this is the guy that they had to have had the conversation with at the stadium in that one report. It's one of the earlier reports in that 315 report thing that they dropped. Yeah, the time looks like to be fine. No, I know that it dropped. I saw it on Corbin's channel. I saw it on Connor's channel. Lady Di was messaging me about some stuff that she saw in that too. We plan on talking about it. We plan on going over it. We still have to go through Warner's and Gunderson's. Like, we've gone through pieces and talked about pieces, but we haven't gone actually like through them and watched them live together. Yeah, we're gonna do document to camera footage comparison as soon as we've got the rest of it. I am gonna go in, like I said, and request the noon to 1. I'll probably go ahead and put that in today. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get it to me, even though like it's already been redacted and it should just be the duplicate fee for the noon to 1, which honestly, they better charge me less than $30. I don't give a damn that they're sending me a file. We already paid for 5 minutes of that. We have until 12:05. And since they want to play games, I'm going to be a real technical Karen. I don't even give a damn. I don't even care. Yeah, we're going to watch it soon. Since we're not getting the 1255 to 225 until sometime next week, tomorrow morning, this one will release the raw footage, and then we'll go live with the last section, the 11 to 1205. And then I guess until we get the 1255 to the 225, it's doc 20. Okay, let me write that down, because then we can do all these little comparisons. Because I have like a couple of things that I've like been clipping along the way, like small little things that I know that we're going to need for the reports. I just didn't know what report this guy was doing. Report 20. I know that it was one of the earlier on ones for sure. So 20 sounds about right. 20 sounds about right. But yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll start going over body cam. I know Corbin's is newer, but we still have to go over Warner's. And I know that Connor puts him up the best, at least from how I can tell. Well, Outcast, when he gets them, he puts them up with nothing on them too. But for sure, Connor never puts anything on his videos. So when he puts them up, they're like I put them up. As far as I can tell, there's nothing manipulated. It's just like the straight up footage. But Warner's is like 3 hours long, and it was in separate sections. That's why it took so long for us to even like get to it to begin with, because I had taken it. And anything that was silence and nobody was moving around and there was like, you know, the noises he's making, I tried to get rid of some of that, go forward past it, tell you guys when it's forwarding, and just only have stuff that's happening. So I'm going to finish that at least, because I only have like half of the third part left to finish, and then we'll review that, and then we'll start reviewing the rest of the body cams. There's also lobby footage I'd like to go over. It's interesting to see. And I know that Hunter like went into the room and saw Xana and all the other things. So we've got a lot of questions for Hunter. So I find it interesting how like calm, cool, and collected he is in the interview. But then whenever he's out in the lobby on the phone, he is like pacing. It goes on and on and on and on and on every time he's on the phone. I would just really like to know who he's talking to. It shows how they kept them all together. They didn't separate them. They kept their devices. And again, Hunter changed his pants. He showed up at the house in shorts. He shows up for the interview in pants. It's just crazy. There's a lot to still go over. There's just a lot. There's a lot. 10 months, Cammie. That's such a long time. Oh, thank you for the gifted memberships, Jane. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you for the $2, Witchy, and for that information. I'll make sure to put all that stuff together. Just Connor. I'll go ahead and I'll get the link. Or like, I think it's like .h8 something. I don't know what's behind it. Hold on, let me get it. There's like a lot of just pure unadulterated like footage on there. And I still can't figure out who he is. I mean, not like I'm trying to like really find out who he is, but there is a Connor involved in the case. Like that name is like in a document. It's been called out before. So I don't know if this is him or if this is another person. But here's a link right here. He has like a bunch of stuff on there. Okay. All right. I don't know if I'll be live later on tonight. Fridays, I usually try not to. If you're here, been here for a while, you know that. So depending on what me and the boys end up doing, I might go live later on tonight just to like shoot the shit with you guys for a while over what we've seen so far. Maybe just have like a Friday chat type live later on. We'll see. If not, then there'll be like a clip of something probably that posts. We'll see. But for sure, watch this footage to post live, not live, premiere raw tomorrow morning at 7:30, and then we will be live again to go over the last hour. The last hour before we get the rest of it. Again, thank you so much for the super stickers and the super chats. Those of you that gifted memberships and became members yourselves, I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you guys coming in here and spending time with me going over all of this stuff. You guys have a safe Friday. You might see me later. You might not. So don't plan your day around me. Please don't. Please don't plan your day around me because with my kids, there's just no telling what's going to end up happening. But again, thank you for coming in here and watching this stuff with me. I will see all of you guys either later or tomorrow. One of the two. One of the two is going to happen. Let me go ahead and roll this out. Please not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. Oh, it seems like it's a little bit slow. Just a little slow. That's okay. We're getting off of here anyway. You guys have a great Friday. See y'all.